Imagine a place where the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, where a shattered glass assembles itself from the floor, and where you get younger with every passing year. This sounds like fiction, a dream, but the math says it might be our twin. Scientists have stumbled upon a ghost in the cosmic machine, a mirror universe, created at the exact moment as ours, but moving backward in time. If this theory holds, everything we know about the Big Bang is wrong. Dark matter, solved. Antimatter, found. The origin of time, revealed. But to see it, we have to look into the mirror, because the universe loves symmetry. And right now, our universe is dangerously unbalanced. Welcome to the other side. Welcome to the anti-universe. But the scariest part, we might have already found physical proof. To understand the mirror, we first have to look at the crack in the reflection. Standard cosmology works well. It predicts galaxies, stars, and radiation. But there is a gaping hole in the theory, a hole the size of half of reality. It's called the baryon asymmetry. In plain English, we shouldn't exist. Physics says energy creates matter and antimatter in equal pairs, positive and negative. When they touch, poof, annihilation, pure energy, back to zero. So, the Big Bang should have created equal amounts of both. They should have cancelled out instantly. The universe should be empty, a quiet sea of light. But look around. We are here. Matter won. Antimatter vanished. Where did it go? For decades, scientists invented messy patches to explain this. They called it inflation, a period where space expanded faster than light, bending the rules. It works. Sort of. But it requires new particles we've never seen and energy fields we can't detect. It's like saying your car runs on invisible fairy dust. Because you can't find the gas tank. Occam's razor suggests the simplest answer is usually right. And inflation is complex. What if the antimatter didn't disappear? What if it's just elsewhere? What if it's hiding behind the veil of time itself? Enter Latham Boyle and Neil Turok, physicists at the Perimeter Institute. They weren't looking for parallel dimensions. They were just trying to clean up the math. They looked at a fundamental law of physics called CPT Symmetry. It stands for charge parity in time, the holy trinity of particle physics. Charge reversal, turn positive to negative. Parity flip left to right. Time run the clock back. Physics says, if you flip ALTHRE at once, the laws of the universe remain identical. This symmetry holds for every single particle experiment we've ever done. Except one. The universe itself. Our universe seems to violate this rule. Because time only moves forward. We are expanding. We are aging. That's not symmetric. Turok and Boyle asked a dangerous question. Why assume the Big Bang was the beginning? What if the Big Bang was actually a reflection point? Imagine the timeline like a number line. We live on the positive side. 1, 2, 3, but math allows for negative numbers. 1, 2, 3. Where are they? Their model proposes that at the Big Bang, the anti-universe was created on the negative side. In this anti-universe, charges are flipped. Left is right, and time runs backwards relative to us. But to someone living there, time feels normal. We are the ones moving backwards. It's relative, like two trains leaving a station in opposite directions. This sounds elegant, but elegance isn't proof. Science needs evidence. And surprisingly, this model solves the biggest mysteries in astrophysics without adding new particles. Take dark matter. The invisible gravity holding galaxies together. We've spent billions hunting for WIMPs in actions. Deep underground detectors. Nothing. We are chasing ghosts. But the mirror universe offers a candidate we already know exists. Neutrinos. We call them ghost particles. Trillions pass through your thumb every second. They are almost massless. They are everywhere. But they have a weird habit. Every single neutrino we have ever observed spins to the left. Only left. Imagine walking into a shoe store, and they only sell left shoes. No right shoes anywhere. It makes no sense. Nature loves pairs. Up, down, hot, cold. Where is the right-handed neutrino? In the standard model, it doesn't exist. But in the mirror universe, it has to. Because our mirror twin demands symmetry. It creates the missing right-handed partners in abundance. And here is the kicker. These right-handed neutrinos would be heavy and invisible, heavy, invisible, abundant. That is the exact definition of dark matter. We don't need new exotic particles. We just needed the other half of the neutrinos we already have. Boyle and Turok's math suggests these heavy neutrinos are stable enough to form the hylos holding galaxies together. One theory. Two massive problems solved, antimatter and dark matter. Done. But you're probably thinking, wait, if time runs backwards there, do they die before they are born? No, that's science fiction. To understand the reality, we need to talk about entropy. Entropy is the measure of disorder. It's why eggs break but don't unbreak. It's the arrow of time. In our universe, entropy increases as you move away from the Big Bang. Things get messier. We assume the Big Bang was a moment of perfect order, low entropy. But why? Think of the Janus point, named after the Roman god with two faces. Imagine a chaotic swarm of particles. Gravity pulls them together. At the moment they are closest, that is the Janus point, the bottleneck. From that center, the swarm expands outward in TWO directions, both getting messier as they go. So, in the mirror universe, entropy is increasing away from the Big Bang just like ours. To them, time flows forward. To them, we are the ones running backwards. The Big Bang wasn't a beginning, it was a bridge. This sounds perfect, too perfect, until something hit a balloon in Antarctica. Let's talk about ANINCTA, the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna. It floats 37 kilometers high, listening for high-energy particles smashing into the ice. Normally, cosmic rays come from space. They hit the atmosphere and stop. They don't go through Earth. But in 2016 and 2018, ANTA detected something impossible. A high-energy fountain of particles, coming UP from the ground. This shouldn't happen. The Earth acts as a shield. Nothing that powerful can pass all the way through. Scientists scrambled. Was it ice reflection? A glitch? No. The data was clean. They called it the tau neutrino anomaly, and the standard model had no explanation. But recall the CPT symmetric universe. The mirror world. Neil Turok ran the numbers, and he found something chilling. If a right-handed neutrino from the mirror universe leaked into ours, it would appear to be traveling backwards in time relative to us. And as it transforms into a tau neutrino, it would shoot up out of the Earth exactly like ANINCTA saw. This wasn't just a particle. It was a visitor from a reality where yesterday is tomorrow. Mainstream science is hesitant. It's a radical claim. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. But recently, NASA has been reviewing the data, and the anomalies aren't going away. If ANINCTA really did catch a glimpse of the mirror universe, the implications are terrifying. It implies our universe is not a closed box. It implies leakage. And if particles can cross over, what about information? What about us? Quantum entanglement doesn't care about distance. Could it care about time? Some theoretical physicists argue that the two universes might still be coupled, that the ghosts we detect, the fluctuations in the quantum field, might be echoes from the other side. Are we alone? In this theory, we are never alone. We are always shadowed by our twin. But if there is a twin, is it a good twin? Or an evil one? Phi loves the idea of the evil twin. A version of you with a goatee plotting destruction. But in physics, a mirror universe doesn't mean a script, flipped reality. It means inverted structure. It is unlikely there is another you walking around backward. The chaos of quantum mechanics prevents exact copies. However, this raises a profound philosophical shadow. The problem of determinism. If the future of the mirror universe is our past, does that mean the script is already written? If time flows both ways from the middle, does the future dictate the past? It suggests a block universe. A frozen crystal of time where every moment exists simultaneously. In this view, you aren't making choices. You are just experiencing the path that was always there. Terrifying, yes. But there is a loophole, the uncertainty principle. The two universes don't have to be identical mirrors, just statistically balanced. They are siblings, not clones. They grew up in the same house, but they lead different lives. This allows for free will. It allows for us to be unique. But it creates one final danger: interaction. Contact. If we ever truly touched the mirror universe, if we opened a door, matter meets antimatter, the ultimate energy release, a second Big Bang. So, we can never visit, we can never shake hands with our twin. But knowing it exists changes everything about how we see ourselves. For a century, science told us the universe was a cold, accidental mess. That we were a fluke, a weird asymmetrical glitch in the nothingness. The mirror theory heals that wound. It says no, you are not a glitch. The universe is not broken, it is perfectly, beautifully balanced. Every particle in your body has a partner. Every action has a counterweight. Neil Turok calls it the most economical theory ever proposed. It strips away the bloat of the multiverse. It removes the magic of inflation. It returns physics to its roots: simplicity, symmetry, truth. It reminds us of the ancient yin and yang, dark and light, pushing and pulling. Maybe the ancients knew something our telescopes are just now finding. We are not drifting in a chaotic void. We are part of a grand equation. An equation that sums to zero. But inside that zero is everything we love. We are the positive, they are the negative. And together, we are whole. So, what happens next? How do we prove this once and for all? The next decade of astronomy will be defined by the hunt for the mirror. Watch for the LESA mission. Giant lasers in space detecting gravitational waves. If the mirror universe exists, the gravitational echo of the Big Bang will look very specific. It will carry the fingerprint of a two-way explosion. A signal inflation can't fake. We are also building better neutrino detectors, bigger than an INT-A. If we find that right-handed ghost particle, the standard model falls, and a new physics begins. We are standing on the edge of a Copernican shift. Just as we learned Earth isn't the center, we are learning our timeline isn't the only one. The future is backwards. The answer is in the reflection. Until then, look in the mirror differently tonight. Ask yourself, is the other version of me doing better? Or are we in this together? This is a theory that doesn't just explain the universe. It explains the balance of all things. If you enjoy videos that go deeper than headlines and actually explain how the world works, you're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next breakdown. Hit like if this video helped you see something differently. And if you have a question or a topic you want explored next, drop it in the comments. Your curiosity drives this channel,